5 things that were normal 100 years ago but are crazy today. The world as we know it is in a constant state of flux. Just as the continents shift and erode over millennia, so too do the very fabric of our societies. What was once commonplace can quickly become a relic of the past, viewed with disbelief and even horror by future generations. Join me now as we journey back a mere century to the year 1923 and uncover 5 astonishing truths of that time which would seem utterly outlandish in our modern age. Chapter 1. A Smoky Truth. In the early 20th century, a curious habit held sway over much of the developed world. Men and women alike partook with gusto, filling drawing rooms and offices with thick clouds of smoke. This, I'm afraid, was not some exotic incense, but rather the ubiquitous cigarette. Far from being frowned upon, smoking was often seen as a sign of sophistication, even recommended by physicians for its supposed health benefits. Imagine, if you will, doctors puffing away between consultations, or cigarette advertisements boasting of their invigorating qualities. Such was the reality of 100 years ago. Chapter 2. A Childhood Lost. Today we cherish the innocence of childhood, safeguarding our young ones from the harsh realities of adult life. Yet a century ago, the sight of children toiling in factories and mines was a depressingly common sight. Impoverished families, desperate for any source of income, had little choice but to send their sons and daughters into these hazardous environments. The long hours, dangerous machinery, and lack of any semblance of education robbed these children of their youth, leaving an indelible mark on their health and well-being. Chapter 3. Radium, the Wonder Cure. In the 1920s, a new discovery set the scientific world alight: radium, an element that seemed to promise boundless energy and miraculous healing properties. What they didn't know was that this miracle was a wolf in sheep's clothing, its radiation slowly poisoning those who embraced it. Unaware of its insidious nature, people readily embraced radium-laced products. Clock faces, painted with luminous radium paint, glowed alluringly in the dark. Cosmetics promising youthful vitality contain this very same dangerous element. It's a stark reminder that even the most groundbreaking discoveries can harbor unseen dangers. Chapter 4. A Divided World. Today, the ideal of equality is enshrined in the constitutions of many nations. Yet, just a century ago, the world was a far more divided place. In many countries, the abhorrent practice of segregation was not merely a social custom, but a matter of law. People of color were treated as second-class citizens, denied basic rights and relegated to separate and unequal facilities. Imagine, if you will, separate schools, restaurants, and even water fountains based solely on the color of one's skin. A deeply unsettling thought in our modern world. Chapter 5. A Woman's Place. In the early 20th century, the roles of men and women were often sharply defined. In many societies, women faced significant legal and social barriers, their lives largely confined to the domestic sphere. The right to vote, a cornerstone of modern democracy, was a privilege denied to women in numerous countries. Imagine, if you will, a world where half the population was excluded from the political process, a stark contrast to the progress we've made in the last 100 years. Outro, a world transformed. As we've journeyed back in time, we've encountered a world both familiar and startlingly different from our own. The practices and norms of the past, once commonplace, now strike us as shocking and even unbelievable. This stark contrast serves as a powerful reminder that the values and beliefs we hold dear are not static, but rather evolve over time, shaped by social progress, scientific advancements, and a deeper understanding of our world. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, it's worth pondering which of our current norms might seem utterly crazy to the generations that follow. What will the world be like 100 years from now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more explorations of history, culture, and the human experience. Until next time, keep exploring.